reading. But also, I feel like the show knew exactly what it was doing pulling this obscure quote, and I will not thank it for turning me onto the second sympathetic cannibal story I've been subjected to this year. Strange. Usually my dreams, the cream, are the opposite of a nightmare. They actually turn out quite pleasant. Using Snoozy as your app's brand name when I'm Getting Sheepy was right there for the taking. Rick clearly went to the Michael Myers School of Sit-Ups, and no amount of rock-hard abs will fix that kind of lower back trauma. Jerry appears to serve everyone from a batch of pre-buttered pancakes, but why does Summers appear to be unpre-buttered? Did Jerry only pre-butter the ones beneath Summers? Why?
What's this, pancakes? Sold.
Also, those pancakes have had syrup sitting on them for who knows how long. You never syrup another man's pancakes without their permission, guys. Rick should not be sold on this. Not at all. Also, Jerry's decided to serve up Rick's pancakes even though he hasn't arrived yet, while Summer is presumably just sitting there watching everyone eat. This is exactly why no one wants you around, Jerry. Also the third. Where even is the syrup? There doesn't seem to be any on the table, so did Jerry pre-syrup the first batch? If so, why is this second batch of pancakes only pre-buttered and not pre-syruped? And where did Summer's unpre-syruped and unpre-buttered pancakes come from? That's it, I'm setting up a separate sin counter for this show, specifically for breakfast sins.
Best investment I've ever made.
This family of sociopaths didn't even flinch at a glass of orange juice being spilled all over the table. When this happens in my house, the resulting reaction invariably causes more damage than the initial spilling.
No, go on. Say it.
Say what? I don't know what you're talking about.
Kids.
You can poke all the fingers I got if I get abs like Rick.
I'm just going to assume that this gadget is doing some internal switcheroo that means it isn't poking everyone with the same quickly diseased needle, but I will be sending the show for not confirming that assumption. Judging by the brown edges here, these eggs are getting close to being overcooked, and yet more Morty butter is being added, suggesting the egg cooking is not complete? Why does this show hate me?
I also like Tori Amos.
Reading the words I like Tori Amos in a condescending manner. You take that back, Summer, you cornflake girl.
Who wants cake?
Answering a question with a trumpet. How the hell does this discount severancing even work? Their bodies are still getting up at night and performing many tasks, so how would everyone not wake up sore and tired from the previous night's activities? All I'm saying is that if a fancy machine is causing me to wake up satisfied yet sore, I want to remember it. Also, why would he be doing laundry in the dark? You wouldn't be able to separate out the colors darks and whites as well. If anyone ends up with red clothes that were previously white, they have no one to blame but themselves.
Pow, 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 pow.
Pow.
No notes.
Well, Rick, I do have notes. Like, why is the power cord madness extended to the garage door? Why is it plugged all the way into the bottomest outlet, causing whatever this plug leads to overstretching itself into an unnecessarily higher position? Nope, not gonna let that one slide even if it is a joke. You cannot be over 100% indestructible. Unless, of course, any attempt at destruction actually resulted in an increase of indestructibility by 10% or an increase of mass by 10%. As a result of this misbranding, you will see a roughly 10% increase in sins.
Seems like you spent an awful lot of energy just to not give the Knight family what they want.
Jerry would be no notes at TVSins.
Why won't you rinse your dishes?
Counter question, why are your eyeballs glowing like you have a 1,000-watt bulb inserted into your ear cavities? Once again, we do not need to see anyone puking ever. I don't care if it's animated. We don't need to see it. Stop showing it.
What's your problem with me?
Not already knowing the answer to this question after just bursting into your granddaughter's room without permission while she's sleeping. Rick's lucky he wasn't greeted with a high-velocity radio alarm clock to the jaw, or whatever it is that teenagers sleep through nowadays.
Did you have to make mushy garbage science on the living room carpet?
If this has been pulled from the garbage, I'm very confused. Putting aside the fact that an entire box of eggs has been thrown away, what even happened to them? Did a wild fox just very politely nibble on the top half of these, knowing that Rick would need them for some wild eggs machina? Either way, I'm still counting this as a breakfast sin.
Aren't they going to be suspicious seeing Night Summer covered in all this Terry Gilliam?
2 episodes ago, Summer said she didn't know anything about Die Hard, but we're supposed to believe now that she has enough knowledge of Terry Gilliam to make this kind of reference?
You were souping up that somnambula whatever so they could extend its range beyond the house.
I'm guessing the plan here is global daemonation by creating an army of night people. But if it currently only covers the house and Night Rick has only managed to extend the range by 169%, nice, then that's really only going to cover the neighboring house and maybe 70% of the next one at most. I really don't think Day Rick needs to be worrying at this point.
Sorry, Rick, but your opinion means very little to me.
Wait, how did Night Summer manage to fake being regular Summer? Are the veiny eyeballs and husky speech just a choice? How the hell is she just switching that on and off?
Halt! Demonoids! Everyone get behind my app!
This show, man. Okay, somebody really needs to dial in the dosage on these darts. It should not take this many darts unless the dosage is homeopathic or the end goal is a coma.
I'm a friend of your son-in-law.
Expecting us to believe that Jerry would be able to make a friend. Yep, that joke's exactly as mean as you think it is. Rick just had to slap Night Jerry to get him to turn back to Day Jerry, but Night Summer flies several feet and lands in these boxes without reverting back to Day Summer? That is some nighttime/daytime bullshit. I know this is a fun visual gag, but what maniac is selling cardboard boxes in the middle of the night that are fully assembled? Fully assembled! Who buys cardboard boxes fully assembled?
Phew, almost didn't make it.
Choosing to peel through metal instead of, oh, I don't know, shooting through the already smashed window. The Day and Night families survive this.
Let's go home. Right, Grandpa?
Great idea, Summer.
Rolling the credits here makes it seem as if the show wants this to feel like the end of Rick and Morty as we know it. What's weird is that the post-credit scene is super long and undoes all of that, which kind of just makes it a scene, and now I feel like I've been tricked into hanging around for the credits, which I didn't pay attention to anyway because it was so obvious that the story wasn't over yet. So the bottom line for me is that if you want to make a big swing with your TV show, start by getting breakfast right first.
Normally, this would have been dealt with by our daemonoid oppressors.
The Night family scheme falls apart because they apparently aren't smart enough to keep their jobs, budget their finances, or do laundry, which is beyond baffling considering this isn't nearly as complicated as half of the that they were being asked to do in the first place. Wasn't the whole point that they get the mundane done so the Day family can be the mindless zombies?
How long have we been asleep?
It can't be that long. Oh my God. No! They killed the Choco Taco!
Time to update my weekly list of crazy I have to say because of Rick and Morty, with using a sweet flavored taco as a unit of time measurement.
With insomnia, nothing's real.
Been having him do crunches while I sleep.
I work out.
Hola, mamá, ¿cómo lo llevas?
Speak English, Marlena.
Who wants cake?
I'm sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't do that.
So anyway, get back to my story. I had like 2 of those 7-layer burritos. Let's just say they didn't schedule any bathroom breaks in the middle of my niece's christening.
Why are you wearing that suit?
Why are you wearing that stupid man suit?
That's fair.
Hit the sheets, Daemonoid!
Night person!
3 darts is too much!